Welcome back to Obscured Reality. Stevie and Mark are back again. How the hell are you doing tonight?
Pretty good still. Not
Yeah,
bad.
I have
Yeah.
I have a Celsius replacement. It's called
Oh,
Truly.
oh. Um,
Mmm,
I do
that's all right.
not have a Celsius or a Celsius replacement tonight.
Oh, this is the mango chili again. First time I had the mango
Ooh.
chili was last week, and I didn't even know that's what it was. And I tried it. I was like, oh, and I read it, and I'm like, mango chili. I'm like, that's actually not bad. Unfortunately, the other half bought a case of it rather than a case of mixed. Didn't look on the case, so I'm like, well, at least it's decent.
That actually
you know.
sounds good. I've never had a
Mm-hmm.
Truly, but that one,
They're way
gotta
better
try
than
that.
White Claw. White
Ooh, yeah,
Claw,
those
there's
are
like they put like a drop of flavor in it. That's it. They taste like shit to me.
they do.
It's just all seltzer. It's nasty.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, there's no way to segue into anything here. Have you heard of Dr. Gary Nolan?
No?
No, doesn't even sound familiar. Okay.
Gary Nolan. No.
Gary Nolan. All right. Well, tonight's
Mm-mm.
show, we're going to talk real quick about Gary and Nolan, guys. He came out and made some quotes recently. He made some quotes, he made some statements recently.
Hmm.
uh, it's been a bit, at least a month or so, I think. But he's saying some stuff. He is saying some stuff. He's a popular name. I've heard him before. Just depends, you know.
I'm waiting to hear these quotes that he made.
Dead silence. Well, we'll get there. Let me tell
Okay.
you who he is.
Yeah.
This is even quicker. He's a pathology professor at Stanford.
Okay.
Stanford. He, well, not he. This is a quote from he. Aliens have been on Earth for a long time and are still here. So tonight's
Okay.
episode might be a little bit about the woo of aliens, maybe.
The
Uh,
woo of aliens.
he
Okay.
claims there are experts working on reverse engineering unknown crashed crafts. Does this sound familiar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, we know a few other people that have claimed this. He made the statements. So, let me. The one thing I didn't get was the date of the article because we need to see when this was. I
Okay.
am going to pull that up and verify. So this
Uh
article that these statements from him are in is from May 27th, so pretty recent.
okay.
So he made the weekend the weekends. He made the statements during the previous week's
He made the quotes.
Salt Eye Connections conference, which is in Manhattan, during a session called The Pentagon Extraterrestrial Intelligence and Crashed UFOs. He was asked what he believes the probability of his statements is. He said the
Hmm.
probability is 100%. Now, to me, you can only be 100% if you have firsthand knowledge, not
Hmm.
secondhand knowledge. For instance, I can't say, hey, I really believe Bob Lazar's story. I think it's a very believable story, and
Right.
he seems like a trustworthy guy to me. Therefore, I'm 100% certain. No, the max you could be would be 99%. You can't be 100% without the proof,
Mm.
you know? So I think that's kind of interesting, especially being a professor. I think it is a quote. I think it's an advanced form of intelligence that is using some kind of intermediaries, Nolan said. It's not that they walk among us wearing a skin suit. You're going to put something there that I think of as an intelligence test. So let's get into that. He said, it's like the South American native tribes when they first saw the Spanish ships. They didn't know what they were seeing, but it was out of the ordinary. They
Hmm.
didn't know what they were seeing or who or what was coming. they're showing up and saying, who amongst you are intelligent enough to realize what it is you're looking at? Can you
Mm.
see what's in front of you for what it really is? Can you see the anomalous data point? So that is literally it. That was only kind of the main stuff. I got this from an
Mm.
article. So it was short. This isn't going to be like in depth into Gary Nolan, but this is some statements he recently came out with.
Okay.
Um, so I don't know that I really like his examples there.
Okay.
um, I don't know about you, but just those examples of comparing it to these tribes. I mean, it's a little different. They they see the Spanish ships coming, but
Mhm.
they don't know what it is, but they see it, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, give me a fucking break. They know a boat when they see a fucking boat. I'm sure they made their own boats, very tiny, probably to hold 2, 3 people in a row, go out, fish, do whatever the fuck they're gonna do, spear. You know, I
Mhm.
mean, I'm sure
You
they
never
did.
know. You
I'm
never
sure they
know.
could look at that and see, well, it's a boat. It's
Similarities,
just
yeah.
fucking massive, right?
Yes.
Right. So basically, what he's saying is like, okay, um, a commercial airliner to us, right? We know what it looks like. Let's say it's
Mhm.
not flying at 40,000 feet or 30. Let's say it's lower.
Right.
It's getting close to an airport, but it's still pretty high. But you can make out the fuselage and the wings. It's not too
Yeah.
high where you can't see all that, right?
Mhm.
To me, that's kind of like saying take an airplane, looks just like a say a commercial airliner,
Mhm.
but times the size of that thing by like 50 or 100, so it's massive, right? It's like saying if we were to see something that's like 100 times the size of a commercial airliner in the sky, we know we're seeing something, but we don't know what the fuck it is. It's kind of like what I get from what he said about the tribe thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you clearly know it's a boat. Like it's
Mhm.
not doing anything that your little dinky boats that they build for fishing or whatever do. It's
Mhm.
not doing anything fucking different. It doesn't. Yeah, it looks a little different, right?
Yeah.
Because
It
it's
looks
much
probably
much larger.
yeah, it has sails probably.
Of
I don't
course.
know. Like there
Yeah.
who knows? They could have canoes. Depends it really depends on
Well,
like
right.
I guess what civilization they ran into first.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just
Yeah.
taking a tiny boat that they might use
Mm.
and just enlarging
Dugout
it by a
canoe, yeah.
hundred. Well,
Oh
that's what I'm
god,
doing
yeah.
with the commercial airliner.
Mhm. But you still
It,
know that you're looking at a commercial airliner because of the shape. It's a very definitive shape.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. They know they're still looking at a fucking boat
Mhm.
because of the shape, because it's floating on the water.
Mhm.
They're
Ta-da.
not dumb because of some fucking tribe in a island that doesn't want to be found, and I don't blame them. I'd almost rather be there if I wouldn't be beheaded and couldn't shower
Isn't
or
that
wipe
the
my ass
Sentinelese?
or
Isn't that
I
the
don't know. I
Sentinelese?
mean, he's just referring to tribes
I
like that in general, but
sure. I'm
yes.
just saying. I'm pretty sure it's the Sentinelese, who are like a very well enforced non-contact.
Yes, they are the ones that we've seen pictures of in the last 10,
Mhm.
15 years where
Try
they were
to
flying some planes
colonize
by.
them.
Yeah, they were flying some planes by, like some small planes like Cessnas or something,
Mhm.
and you could see them down there looking up, like aiming their bow and arrow
Mhm.
at it, like
And then they
good luck.
killed the missionary.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
he wound up in the position.
Mm. I am trying really hard not to say anything on that one.
Oh Jesus! Help me
Mm.
make it funny then.
I would offend a lot of
I
people.
remember that he
I'm just
wound up
gonna
in the missionary position. I'll just say it. It's sad, but then again, you know what? I mean, you know what you're getting into. You go to a tribe
yeah.
like that. I mean,
Like it, there's a reason why that country enforces like no outsiders. Like leave them alone. Leave them the fuck
yeah,
alone. Like
leave
leave the
leave them alone.
non-contact tribes alone. Like
Yeah.
let there be some form of wonder and unknown left in the world. God damn it. Ugh.
Well, there's that, but there's
Yeah.
also let them
Just
be how they
be.
want to be. They're
Yeah.
not hurting you. They're not traveling
No.
out trying to enforce
There's
their life on
nothing
you.
wrong with
You know?
how they're living. It's yes,
No.
it's different than us, and yes, they believe in different things, but that's
Yeah.
what makes humans beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh well.
So, that reference,
Mhm.
I don't really care for that because, they are seeing the same thing just on a grander scale.
Mhm.
That that's all it is. Now, if it looked completely different, if it didn't look like a boat necessarily, and if it dove underwater and then came back out and floated and then shot up into the sky and was floating around up there,
Mhm.
that'd be a much better reference. Just like
Yeah.
UAPs, everyone is seeing now and has been seeing. you
Mhm.
know Gary Nolan, just so you know, he was born in 61. He's an American immunologist, academic, inventor, and business executive. um, he holds the
So
rack
just an all around very smart man. Because like,
yeah, he
wow, that's a
holds
lot of
the
things to be at
I
one
think I
time.
think it's pronounced Rackford. He holds the
Mm.
Rackford and Carlotta A. Harris Professor Endowed Chair in the Department of Pathology. Wow, so he's endowed, it
Wow.
says, at Stanford. Um,
I was really hoping you'd
he
gloss over that one.
he founded biotechnology companies, wrote numerous medical research papers, and has been active in ufology. So I don't know exactly how active in ufology and what exactly that means,
Shall we look it up? Because I'm actually kind of
but
curious as to what that is.
yeah, well, yeah, let's see. Okay, so when he was asked to assign that probability, where he said
Mhm.
100% that what he's saying is true or believes or whatever,
Right.
he said, and it's weird the way the article's written. He said 100%, and that's not just my opinion. Well, I guess this is all part of it. That's not just my opinion. The National Defense Authorization Act passed last year, signed by President Biden in December.
Mhm.
30 pages of that is the establishment of an unidentified aerial phenomena office.
Okay.
Okay, 30 pages of that is the establishment of basically the UAP task force, is what it sounds like to me, or Arrow now, or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Arrow, according to Nolan, he's referring to Arrow, has a staff about 25 people. They've been tasked with collecting the info across all of the U.S. Department of Defense intelligence offices and collation of that into a uniform format. Blah blah blah. Um, I mean, he nothing he's saying is claimed to be firsthand knowledge.
Mhm.
When he was asked what the most compelling evidence is for his claim of alien life on Earth, he said, "You just need to look at what your government is doing right now about it." Okay, that's proof of nothing. What are they basing their opinions on? This is quote again from him. They're basing their opinions on the dozens of individuals who, in one manner or another, have come forward and talked to them in classified settings. So, I mean, I'm not going to go too much into how much he's into ufology. We'd probably have to do some research on that. But I mean, you can
Right.
tell by those quotes, he's he's saying something.
You
He's
say
saying a lot.
something.
He's saying a lot without really saying anything. There's no
Mm.
substance to what he's saying. There's no knowledge. There's no
Yeah.
firsthand knowledge. He's
Mm.
no what what I get from those quotes, those things he said at this conference or whatever. That sounds nothing more than you or I giving our opinion.
Mhm.
Okay, so the government set up a UAP task force. They're looking into UAPs. They've changed the name 100 times now. Um, just because they're looking into that, and people from
Mhm.
military and whatever have come forward, and they're creating a whistleblower program so these people can come out and not be retaliated against and all this BS. Just look at that. There's your proof. Well, I mean, that's
Mhm.
not proof because these people don't even know what they're seeing. There could be
Right.
completely reasonable explanations for it.
Mm.
I personally doubt that, but I'm not going to
Right.
claim that to be 100% because we don't know.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
again, it's no different than back to Lazar and his
Mhm.
story.
Mhm.
I want it to be true. I'm sure you
Yes.
want it to be true. That
Yes.
doesn't mean it's true, and I can't say 100% it's true because I have no proof that it's true. In
Because
fact,
you weren't there.
it
Yeah.
yeah, in fact,
Mm.
it looks more like it's complete BS. I hope it's not, but that's what everything points to. Hell, he lied to George Knapp right at the beginning of the whole thing. Completely
Mm.
lied to him about everything. But George Knapp still put the story out, went against what he said. So this guy Gary Nolan sounds no different. Um, he can be a professor at Stanford if he wants. He could be a professor at 10 different universities at the same time. Okay.
Right.
We need something with
That,
substance.
yeah, that doesn't change the fact that you're not presenting firsthand facts, firsthand knowledge, and evidence.
Yeah. And we're not even talking about people he may know or
Mm-hmm.
may have interviewed that have high up positions or that have been in
Mm-hmm.
the government or the military
No, like
and
true
had
firsthand,
firsthand,
like true personal
yeah,
firsthand.
yeah,
Yeah.
firsthand sightings of
Mm-hmm.
something, firsthand knowledge of something
Mm-hmm.
from working somewhere. Who knows? There's none of that,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, I mean, how are you going to take his word? How do you take his word, what he says there? I mean, it's obviously interesting, like everything else.
True, but he the way he phrases things almost like it reminds me of me where that remember a couple of episodes ago I was like I think you made a short of this where I was like I want to put words to it but I don't want to put words to it because I don't want it
Mm-hmm.
to be like taken as a specific thing like essentially
Right.
I feel like that this is very much the same thing. Like I am saying the most that I can say in the least amount of words,
Right.
just so there isn't a word said that could be taken in a direction that was unintended.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very careful, it's very cautious, but like you said, it's not presenting anything new or from a
Mm-hmm.
personal firsthand.
So let me show you a picture, Gary. Not that a picture does or doesn't matter, but maybe it
Yeah,
does.
I'm curious.
I'm
I'm
going to give you
curious. Let's see.
my
Let's see if it matches what I was assuming. Probably not.
not matching what I was
Oh
assuming.
no.
I can tell you exactly what I think from that picture.
Mm.
We'll get there in a minute. So this is obviously looks like a picture of him at the Salt Eye Connections convention. Um, take from the picture what you will. I mean, obviously, it doesn't really tell us much, but
Mm.
let's just do a quick search on him and see if there may be some better pictures because that one definitely doesn't do him justice for what he's claiming. Oh
That
yeah, here we go. All
I
right,
was
let's take a
expecting
look here.
someone a lot older. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, here we go. Here's some pictures of Dr. Gary Nolan. He looks a little more. If you're gonna assign trustworthiness or not to someone, I'd say he looks a little more trustworthy in some of these pictures than he did in that one from that article.
Mm.
But you get down to some of these. This one in the
Or
middle there, it kind of reminds me of that other picture. He
yeah.
looks to me almost like maybe a talker,
Mm.
a
Is it because
schmooze.
we assume intelligence with eyeglasses as like is he like race?
No, it's
Uh
just the look of his face.
really
Like I said,
cuz
I could
like
be completely
I
wrong.
feel like I don't know. Personally, for me, like when I see people who have eyeglasses, this is gonna sound stupid, but I see them as more intelligent. Like
Well, I am.
I know it sounds stupid, and then obviously intelligence, like
Yeah. Yeah, I hear
intelligently,
you.
like goes hand in hand with like trustworthiness,
He,
assumingly, like that's almost like what
yeah,
you're taught, like in a society without like
yeah,
being straight up taught that. You know what I mean? It's just one of
yeah.
those assumed things of our society.
That first picture we looked at of him, I think it kind of makes me think that stuff because he looks like people I've known somewhat, and they've all kind of been like that, not trustworthy. One of them was an old friend. He used to steal from me. He used to lie to me. He last time uh, last time I didn't even speak to him. He tried to get me in trouble at the job I was at because he wanted a day off type deal. Um, he looks like this guy,
What?
you know.
So
Yeah,
like straight threw you under the bus just to like
it's
benefit
another story,
himself?
another
Or,
time.
oh, okay.
But so I mean, that's the only reason why I'm going there. This guy might be
Mm-hmm.
completely legit. I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to hear him talk, and I'd
Mm.
have to see him talk and get facial
Body
expressions
language. Yeah.
and the words and
Mhm.
everything. Um, but if you add in these statements we just read and what he's saying, well, there's nothing there,
Mhm.
you know? And this is the whole thing, like with Lazar's story. Um, it's similar. Should we be paying
Mhm.
attention to people like Gary Nolan, Bob Lazar and his story? Not even Bob Lazar, because he stays out of it for the most part, but his story, Gary Nolan, and what he's
Mhm.
saying. Should we, meaning any of us or those of us out there that are actually doing real research on this stuff, really trying to
Mhm.
figure out what's going on, or the government or the military, should they really be paying attention to things that someone like this guy is saying and wasting their time, their energy, their resources, their money because someone like him is saying these things when they actually have real things within this genre to investigate to figure out what the hell's going on, right? We don't want to waste the manpower on a guy like this if he has nothing to bring to the table, unless they're just looking for an opinion
Mhm.
and maybe a well thought out opinion as to why he believes, then fine if that's what they're looking for. But they're looking for answers. Me and you saying, well, I think the light I saw in the sky was a UFO from Zeta Testiculi does nothing for anyone. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter at the end of the day.
Right.
Ultimately, same with Lazar's story. His story has major implications if it's true. None of us can prove it's true, and it doesn't matter because if it is true, the government knows. They
Mhm.
know it's true or it's not true, right? So ultimately, what we say, what we think, and what we converse about on a daily basis doesn't matter. They know if it's true
Mhm.
or not.
I mean, just the fucking government. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a matter of getting down to it and us, the people,
Mhm.
the civilians, doing what we can to figure it out.
Mhm.
Is any of this stuff real?
Mhm.
And uh, someone walking by saying they believe 100% it is does nothing. So
Yep,
it's
that's
sad
like me
to see.
saying I 100% believe in like ghosts. Like it does nothing to help along the paranormal research and
Right.
like,
And you can 100%
community.
believe in
Yeah.
it. That there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, but you can't say
Yeah.
100% it's true. That's what it is
I
because you
can't
haven't
like I
proof.
can't proclaim that as like I say this as a professor of that. Like I say this just as a human being, as a personal opinion.
Right.
I'm not trying to put in. No one should put any stance behind it unless it's comes with factual basis
Yeah.
and evidence behind it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's just interesting.
yeah, lots of words were said, but nothing was actually said.
Yeah. That seems to be the norm, and
Mm.
it's kind of sad because
Hmm.
uh, you know people need to really, if they have the ability, be spending. And I'm saying that because this is in the news. This guy's in the
Hmm.
news. He said these things. They're wasting their own time on this
Hmm.
when he's really not saying anything other than
Hmm.
what he thinks based on nothing.
I mean, no
You
press
know?
is bad press, but at the same time, maybe people are spending the money to like speak out against because they're just worried that he will do like almost irreparable damage to like that field. I don't know, but it apparently is important to some people to try to say naysayer.
It's just what he's saying is, just what it sounds more like it's just a leading up to a theory he might have, because he's referring to this native tribe and how they see a ship coming in, and
Mm,
he's saying regarding supposed aliens, he's saying they're showing up and saying, "Who amongst you are intelligent enough to realize what it is you're looking at?
mm,
Can you see what's in front of you for what it really is? Can you see the anomalous data point?" It sounds like he's working towards a theory. He may have one. I don't know, but it's that's like, to me, that sentence right there, that quote is like someone saying, let's say you and I are working on something and it's
mm,
something you don't have a clue about. You never even heard of this thing we're working on, right? But I
mm-hmm.
have, and I'm knowledgeable on it, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm kind of teaching you so you can take over someday, right? And we're going along and you're asking questions, but there's still clearly a disconnect. You're not
Mhm.
getting it. Let's say it's pretty difficult. It's no
Okay.
different than me saying to you, well, you know, if you just break down, you're like, I just don't get this. And
Mm.
me saying to you, well, you haven't asked the right questions.
So then what would be the right questions to ask then?
Right.
Like, yeah.
If you know nothing about something, how do you know what the right
Yeah.
questions are? You don't. And that's what I get from what he's saying there.
Okay.
They're showing us and they're showing up saying, who amongst you are intelligent enough to realize what it is you're looking at? Can you see what's in front of you for what it really is? Can you see the anomalous data point? What do you mean? Can you see what's in front of you for what it really is? If you don't know what it is, how can you see it for what it really is? Because you don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say we really are seeing flying saucers. Let's say a lot of these stories are true, right?
Mhm.
Back to the 40s and 50s, and
Mm.
really, they were actual flying saucers. You can say they were flying saucers. That's what it looks like, but ultimately, you don't know what it really is. We could have had some high
Secret
tech.
military,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
and this is a
spacecraft.
rumor now.
Right.
No, a like
Aircraft.
something to emit holograms,
Mm.
and you could have been
Ooh.
looking at nothing but air and light because they're just emitting a hologram and they're testing it out because they're going to use it in other countries to fuck with them when they go to war. Right? You can't look at that and see it
That
for what it really
yeah,
is. You
no,
can't.
that
You're
actually
not
is kind of a
Superman.
cool way of yeah,
I'm just
alright.
saying.
Yeah,
You
no,
know.
I the hologram, like, that hologram theory is actually kinda cool. Never thought of that. I really like that.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, well, yeah.
Another rumor
Mm,
of something we've been doing.
mm."
Possibly, Ben.
Possibly doing,
But
yeah. Well, the rumor
that's how I
kinda
see. Yeah, that's how I see that statement from him. And
mhm.
I don't know why people are even wasting their time on news article about this guy if he doesn't have anything to offer. But you know, is what it is, I guess. Any of you out there know Gary Nolan? You do? Great. Comment down below. I'd like to hear. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this
So,
guy?
again, I feel like he has
Like, we
said
didn't do a
a
deep
lot of
dive
things
though, but
right. Just from what you said, he like, the quotes that you have said, I feel like he has said a lot without saying anything at all. But at the same time, I feel like he has said nothing while saying a lot of words at the same time. So it's 50-50. Like, he's saying things that we already know.
essentially,
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not like I said earlier, just not confirming or presenting anything new.
right,
So yeah, saying a lot, saying nothing, but saying nothing by saying a lot. Like, I don't know.
right.
Makes sense in my head.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Um, but yeah, like you said, it does sound like he's building up to a theory, but like, what is it? Like, come out with it.
you know,
Hmm. It's
is what
something to
it
think.
is.
I mean, it's something to think about. I guess just asking the question, "Don't you see what's in front of you?" Maybe he's hoping to spur people to think differently, or like change their mindset to maybe possibly find the right questions to ask. I don't
Oh,
know,
I have nothing
but
wrong with that. But
oh no, I'm
this
not
is
saying anything bad about it. I'm
yeah.
just saying maybe that's what
No, I
his
know.
intention was. Like,
Right. No, and that's fine.
I'm
I'm
just
questioning.
speculating.
I'm questioning why things like news channels are wasting their time on someone like him who's offering no more than anyone else who's ever opened their mouth. It's he's just talking, just like you and
Because
I.
he's a
Like,
professor
Here's the platform
from
for it.
he's a professor from a highly known
Right.
school,
Right.
and
So then let's
aliens are
bring
a
in
hot
Avi
topic right
Loeb.
now.
Then let's bring in
Mm-hmm.
Avi Loeb, who actually does scientific work on
Mm-hmm.
shit. And speaking of that, Avi Loeb and his crew, they just went out on a research ship and out to the middle of, I want to say it was the Pacific. I could be wrong. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure it was, to search for a meteor or something that came down decades and decades ago. And they found fragments. They were expecting
Like
it to
on
be
the ocean
magnetic.
floor, or did it hit like
Yes,
an island?
yes, ocean
Okay, so
floor,
how deep?
ocean floor. I don't know,
Okay.
but they ran something magnetic down there to pick
Mm-hmm.
up pieces, and they did. So they're currently in the point of studying that and seeing is it truly anomalous or not? Because for some reason there's
It's
a
kind of
belief
cool.
there
That's really
might
cool.
be. I'm
Yeah.
going to show you something real quick.
Okay.
You might remember this from another episode we recently did. We were talking about I mean DOMs in Antarctica. Sound familiar?
Both. Yes.
Both sound familiar. So here's
Both
just some
are
quick info for you on
as
that.
equally terrible as the other one.
This is the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica, South Pole. So this is the thing about the DOMs I was talking about, where this guy said he was basically electrician, but trained through military, all this stuff, and he had to go down there and work, put all this together. He's saying this is what's caused the earthquake in New Zealand, two earthquakes in New Zealand when they powered this thing up. Um, it's
Isn't
interesting.
CERN the
Mm-hmm.
the atom splicer or in that takes up like it's like the two different countries over in Europe? Isn't that CERN as well?
I'm not sure about that.
Oh god. I why am I spacing on the
CERN, the
name?
European Organization for Nuclear Research, probably.
Okay, yeah, I believe it
It's
is.
an intergovernmental organization that operates the largest
Yes,
particle
that
physics laboratory in the world. Um,
Large Hadron Collider. There we
so
go.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I the loss of words, but that's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, I mean, I am not surprised that that's one of the things that are blocked out because that's like scientific research. Like
So
the average person doesn't really need to see it, but here we
yeah,
are with a picture of it on the internet. But at the same time, I guess like
right.
they allow you to see that, but you shouldn't see more than what they allow you to see of something that's like
Well, you're not
privately
really.
funded
There's nothing
to
to
see
see there.
there. I know, but I guess
So
I don't know for privacy of location,
yeah,
maybe.
it does
But
say
then
in
again,
here.
they have its coordinates. I
It
don't
does
know.
say in here. Its thousands of sensors are located under the Antarctic ice, distributed over a cubic kilometer. So those are the DOMs, the things I was talking about,
Wow.
which stands for digital optical modules,
Modules.
each with a photo multiplier tube or PMT and a single board data acquisition computer, which sends digital data to the counting house on the surface above the array. Mm. I mean, so it is sending data, and the other claim was this is possibly for faster than light communication for our supposed large ships we have out in space traversing the universe. Um, so, I mean, obviously, this article is not going to tell us much. I'm guessing here's what a DOM looks like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting little looking thing. But he said when this thing was powered on with all these DOMs, it created two earthquakes. And yeah,
Hmm.
it's interesting. I found that, or found it. I mean, just looked it up,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So
interesting. No, I'm gonna that I want to read that.
yeah, something to check out.
Mm, for
So
sure.
yeah, Dr.
Hmm.
Gary Nolan, bring
Hmm.
something more to the table, or
Mm,
else take it, take it where it needs. No, I'm fine with an opinion, but
yeah.
you know what gets me is news channels and stuff picking it up
He's
because
a
he's saying
professor
nothing.
of a reputable, supposedly school. So
I'd expect
and
him to
there's
try to back it up with something, some type
uh,
of supposed science or something to back it up.
I don't know. See that
That's what I
I
would
don't know.
expect.
What are they trying? Is it what like are they trying to distract us from something like that? Oh, it always leads into that talk because like why is that important?
Well,
This
it's
one person,
very
but then again,
possible.
mm,
It's very possible they are.
yeah,
Look at Bob Lazar. Look at his
mm,
story. Come on.
mm,
Honestly, when you get down to it, you cannot say it's true.
right,
There's no proof. You can believe yourself that it might be true, right?
mm,
But when you throw in someone like John Lear, who used to work for the CIA, who was a test pilot at Area 51, who has knowledge on some of the true things that are in Bob Lazar's story,
mm,
right? What's
yeah,
that look like to you? Either he's making the story up,
mm,
Lazar's just telling it, or it's could be some op to put disinformation out. Another long time rumor, right? I mean,
mm,
any of this could be. So who the fuck knows?
I mean, he
But
could be as well. Maybe that's why the news articles are picking him up and like promoting it, even
yeah.
though it's
Well, if you think
nothing
about it,
new.
people are seeing things doing weird stuff in the sky that's
Mhm.
unexplainable. I myself have seen it.
Obviously. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and what better way to hide what could possibly be our own technology? What better way to hide it than simply throwing a few disinformation people out there to muddy everything?
Mhm.
And in the meantime, we'll set up UAP Task Force or Arrow now
Mhm.
and have them look into things that are selectively handed to them, by the way,
Mhm.
somewhat. Um, they've asked them at these conferences, these public hearings, the congressmen and women have been asking them.
Mhm.
One specific one was Malmstrom Air Force Base, where back in the day
Yeah.
when a supposed alien craft or some craft came, hovered above the base, shut down, it was like 9 or 10 of the
Yeah.
nuclear
The
missiles in
nuclear
this one
reactors.
pod.
Yeah. Mhm.
And this congressman's asking him about it. He's, these two guys running this task force or Arrow.
Mhm.
He's like, "Have you guys heard about this?" And he's like, "Oh, we don't have anything on that." He's like, "Are you guys looking into that?" They're like, basically, their answers are bullshit.
Mhm.
Their answers are 100% bullshit, and these are the things they should be looking into because these
Yeah.
happened at government facilities. There should be record of this stuff,
Mhm.
and their answers are just complete hogwash. They're beating around the bush. It looks like big time.
Mhm.
So you know, back to disinformation, any of this could be because it could be our tech, you know. It's a very likely possibility. It's almost more possible than aliens.
Mhm.
I'd hate to say
Yeah.
it. I'd prefer it to be aliens.
Same it
So,
is, but yeah, I mean, there is, God, there is probably a lot of disinformation out there. Like in the age of like social media and influencers, and like anyone can be somebody and like make up like the references like of a
anything.
lie to go behind it. Like anyone can say anything. Like obviously, the people who created
Yeah.
like the Titans said that they worked with University of Washington and NASA, when in all actuality that wasn't true.
They worked with them, but not in the
But it,
capacity they were
yep,
leading you to believe.
exactly. It's just
Yep.
wordplay. So, mm,
Yep. And
yeah.
now AI is going to be the disinformation and what AI is putting out. There's a news article recently. I didn't really read it, but it's creating different things that aren't real, including
Dude.
something having to do with children and something we shouldn't talk about. Pictures. Yeah, it's doing it. It's creating it. It's creating those pictures. Completely not even real, but look real, right? So,
That's
you
a
know,
whole new level of fucked up. Um,
aliens
yeah,
may be our very last worry with AI coming into the picture.
yeah. Actually, funny enough, earlier when Anthony didn't scare me this time, he was so excited to have sent me a video of this like ad for Chat GPT of this guy who was like text a breakup letter to my girlfriend, and the Chat GPT wrote out and I don't know what he found to be so hilarious about it. I have yet to watch the video, but apparently there was something funny about it. I don't know, but the fact that that is even a thing, that
Yeah,
I could just be like, "Oh, hey, answer this conversation for me as me," and this AI is like, "Boom, gotcha, bitch." Like
yeah,
that's terrifying. That's not okay. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe because I'm old.
Terminator, Terminator, HAL 9000. It's all
uh,
coming true.
what was that Will Smith one? What was that Will Smith
Alien
AI
movie.
movie? No, it was
I
the
don't know.
AI one.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah, with
iRobot or
the
something or
yes, that
fuck.
one.
I don't know. Was it
That
that?
one. That's where we're headed quickly, and it's
Yeah.
terrifying. I
It
don't
looks
like
like
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
hope I'm dead by then. I
Yeah.
truly hope that I am like long since rotting in the ground before like not aliens, but robots like that are like commonplace.
All it's gonna do, you
Mm-mm,
like as long as it's maybe for the
don't trust
most
it.
part earth based and connected to the system, we might be good. We might have some control, but what worries me is this AI getting smart enough to go
Mhm.
around people
Mhm.
and somehow maybe in a factory somewhere put some parts together. It may have the resources and the knowledge to build something totally insane that can fly, that we've never seen before, with some propulsion that we've never seen before, right?
Mhm.
And build its own AI computer on board that is exactly the same as itself, and
Replicate. It's
programs it to learn. And now
ugh.
you got this thing flying around that maybe can start building its own shit on its own craft that we can't even touch. It's like, what do
That is
I
my
mean,
nightmare. That is my fucking
I'm just
nightmare.
saying,
Ooh.
I'm just saying,
Mm-mm.
I don't know what the possibility of something like that is, but I mean, people like Elon Musk and was it Bezos? I think it was Bezos, but I'm not sure. There's a few people, quite a few big names that are really smart people speaking out about
Against
AI.
AI,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Speaking out against it,
and
yeah.
we need a pause, but
Mm.
ultimately it's, should we pause it? Because to do that, we need every country in agreement on that. And
That's never gonna
that we're
happen.
not going to talk
Mm-mm.
Russia or China into that, especially
Mm-mm.
China. So might as well make the best we can before they can, because we know they won't stop. And the only way to stop is for all to be in agreement. So hopefully, I don't know.
I know they already
It's going to get
have
interesting.
robots who like they're like fully automated restaurants who
Yeah.
like so I don't there I just it's almost here, but at the same time I hope it doesn't become a thing and it's just like a whole nichey type thing where it's like robot restaurant.
Why wouldn't it? It's cheaper. You don't need employees.
Yeah, no, but at the same time right now I feel like it's very much a like touristy thing, but because you don't see it commonplace everywhere.
No,
uh
you're not for a while, I'm
mhm.
sure. Not for a while, I'm sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. I hope I'm long dead before that happens.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in the Jetsons type of world personally. Like,
Yeah.
would it be cool? Probably, but at the same time, I still have the biggest fear of robot like becoming
I
a
think
thing. I don't know.
I think there's only a certain learning level that the AI can get to,
Mhm.
that
Well, I
is
mean,
the breaking point where we don't want it to get to that point. I think there's a certain level that once it gets to that point, that's when there will be no stopping it, or possibly no stopping it, or maybe stopping it, but we're going to have to go to extreme measures. There's going to be death and destruction, and who knows? Because if we
mhm,
go and try and stop it, you're expecting there's a chance it will fight back. AI, it's electronic. It's in the computers.
mhm.
It's in the internet. It would have access to do a lot all around the world at that point. You know,
Have you heard? Isn't there already a robot who like has like who's almost taught herself feelings? I swear to God, I saw something. I'm gonna send you that like article, but it like as cool as it is, like that's really cool. But
how do you
there's
even know
just
it has
one.
feelings rather
Uh,
than just talking
she
like it
has a
does?
concept of what a feeling would be for a particular situation, and it's kind
It's
of
based off
creepy.
words and
I know,
gestures,
but
and
that's but the fact that she like it not only that, but it's like a self-learning thing. Like she was
yeah,
programmed certain things, but as she communicates more with people, she observes like reactions and like studies the facial features and
yeah.
like associates them with particular like emotions as well. So like certain like she's like learning feelings because of watching other faces while in
It's
communication.
funny.
It's
It's funny you refer to it as
terrifying.
she rather than
Well,
it.
no, she has a female voice and it's a female body shape. Like it does refer to her
Yeah,
itself as a her.
yeah,
It's made to look like a female.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Fucking
It's not a she. It's just a piece of equipment.
okay. Well,
You're helping the
whatever.
AI take over. All right. Well, Dr. Gary
Probably.
Nolan, not an in depth topic tonight
Mm-mm.
on him, but just some statements he came out with should have been backed up with something to argue his point, but once again, backed up with nada. So while Stevie texts on her phone,
I
make
was
sure you
not.
like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you had a personal story of your own, shoot us an email, obscuredr1@gmail.com. Type story in the subject line, personal obscure story. Let us know.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
like to tell your story for you, or better, have you on the show. Audio
Yes.
only, video and audio, up to you. It's
Mm.
easy for you.
Easy for
Um,
us, hopefully.
don't forget the bell. The bell?
Yes, the bell. The bell that lets you know when every episode drops on Friday at 8, 5 Pacific. And then randomly, sometimes throughout the week, you might get a surprise of another
Bling bling on
episode.
that. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, with that, unless you got something else to add on this, I mean,
Mm.
probably not much without going more in depth on this guy. So,
Yeah, that's gonna be an article, and also I really want to read
oh yeah,
about the ice cube and the CERN thing, and that's thanks for the rabbit holes.
DOMs in Antarctica. That's all you need to search, guys. DOMs in Antarctica. Don't mistype it because then you'll probably get something else. And on that note, ding a ling ding dong, we're out. Peace.